virtue signaling gun owners. And just in case you're wondering, yes, Google actually does have a definition for this. The action or practice of publicly expressing opinions or sentiments intended to demonstrate one's good character or moral correctness of one's position on a particular issue. Now, to dumb it down, I'm going to give you a few examples of virtue signaling. One example, when somebody on Twitter who happens to be white says some racist shit toward white people to benefit anybody else, blacks, Asians, anybody else. And then they say those other people can't be racist, etc., etc. We all know it's BS, but they don't care. They want those points. And another form of virtue signaling, again, that literally does nothing for anybody, would be when gun owners, after some kind of shooting, whether it's a mass shooting, school shooting, or anything of that matter, when gun owners, to show their support for anti-guns or gun control or common sense gun control, which is still yet to be defined, when they pretend to destroy their own guns to stop shootings or mass shootings. For example, there's a woman, a congressional candidate, who is in trouble with the ATF because she decided to cut apart her AR-15. Virginia Beach, the Federal Bureau of Alcohol and Tobacco and Firearms and Explosives, ATF, is investigating a congressional candidate, Karen Mallard, after she posted a video on Facebook that shows her cutting apart an AR-15. The school teacher and Democrat is running in Virginia's 2nd Congressional District, hoping to oust Republican Congressman Scott Taylor. I don't remember exactly where she cut it. I think she shortened the barrel or something, made it an illegal firearm. But she's now in trouble over her virtue signaling. Okay, apparently word pronunciation is just not my thing today. And what I mean by other virtue signaling is when I've seen other supposed gun owners post pictures of their firearms in pieces next to a hammer or some kind of other blunt object. And the purpose of this is to convince you that they took said blunt object to their firearm and smashed it to pieces. Of course, they're doing a very bad job of convincing people, because most of these pictures show that it's very clear that they disassembled their firearms. They didn't beat them to pieces. Now, they got all kinds of praise from the anti-gun community for doing this. This just tells you pretty much how stupid the anti-gun community is. Here is what you're really telling people when you are claiming to get rid of or destroy your own firearms and helping preventing the next shooting. All you're honestly telling people is that you can't be trusted. That you may have been the next one to go out shooting people. Why else would you destroy your own firearm to try to prevent the next shooting? Other than the fact that you are possibly going to think about doing it, it really doesn't do anything for anybody. Now see, I have 4 firearms. This happens to be a Glock 23. It just happens to be the closest gun to me. I'm not destroying this or any of my guns for that stupid bullshit agenda. You want to know why? Because I don't plan on ever going on a shooting. My guns are used strictly for self-defense uses. Another thing you're telling people is that however you secure your guns or whatever you're doing to your guns when they're not in your possession, they're apparently very easy to steal, and you advertise them. Again, why else would you be destroying your own firearms, and this shit isn't cheap, to stop other shootings? Hell, if you wanted to do anything, you would turn them into the cops. Go to a useless gun buyback where they completely rip you off. But to destroy your own firearms to claim you're doing this to help stop kids from dying is a load of crap. It's not going to do that. No offense, but destroying your own guns to prevent a shooting is no different than anti-white shit to fight racism, or thoughts and prayers when something bad happens. I know religious people do that. They believe it helps, and more power to them if that's what they want to do, if that's all they know how to do. I'm just saying, your act of destroying a gun to prevent the next shooting is stupid and pointless. It does absolutely nothing. Like I said, all it's doing is telling people that you're a risk to public safety. And destroying your gun, you're just stopping the chance of you going out and losing your shit and shooting a bunch of people who didn't deserve it. That's all I have for tonight, folks. Yes, you got 2 videos within a 24-hour period. I'd say feel special, but then you're subscribed to my channel, so that's kind of out the window. Anyways, y'all have a good night. Miss Osa Bear, Tatiana, Karen, Alina.
You cannot invade the mainland United States. There would be a rifle behind every blade of grass. Isoroku Yamamoto.
Now, you've just watched another video by Running Guns News. If you liked the video, hit like. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. If you actually enjoy my content, you can support me or my channel financially if you choose by PayPal, Patreon. BitChute now has an option to do monthly or one-time payments, which no matter what you pick, it's still taken out at the beginning of every month, just so you know. And you can catch my videos on other platforms, which will also be linked below. So until then, have a nice day.